In this presentation, we will discuss travel and transportation expenses, particularly for small businesses, for sole proprietors, for Schedule C type of businesses. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info. Travel and transportation. These two terms are typically going to be separated for the use of taxes. Transportation usually means getting from one workplace to another workplace close to home. So it's going to be the cost of us going around the local area, basically, not including the commute, but going from one workplace to another, for example, within our local area would be transportation for tax purposes, as opposed to the general rule of travel being going from the home kind of area that requires an overnight stay. So if we're going somewhere that's a longer trip and there's going to be an overnight stay related to it and it's business related, that would typically be more in the terms of travel as opposed to transportation. In order to be deductible, transportation does need to be ordinary and necessary. That's kind of our normal conditions we have for business expenses. They have to be ordinary and necessary, and includes things like getting from one workplace to another. So if we have two separate offices and we go from one workplace to another or one site to another, then that's something that may be deductible. Note that if we do that, we have to then determine which is our primary place and which is our secondary place, so that we know what the commute is, which is not typically deductible, going from home to work, and then going from office to office, which is possibly deductible under transportation. Things like visiting clients, that's going to be something that we can write off as transportation expenses. Business meetings away from the workplace, so if we go to the workplace and then we go somewhere else close to the same area, that's going to be something that could also be deductible as well. We go from home to a temporary workplace. So if we're going from home to our temporary workplace, could be something that could be deductible for transportation. Again, we need to be able to separate that. What is the temporary workplace as opposed to the main workplace, and be able to separate what is then a commute, not deductible, what is going to be going to a separate location, something that could be deductible. So once again, notice what's not included then in transportation, and that's going from between home and primary office. So that's basically the commute. So if we're going from home to the primary office, the IRS says, hey, that's just the normal commute. Everybody does that. That's not going to be something that should be included over and above as a business expense. If you're going from the office to somewhere else, then that would be over and above business related, something then that could be included as transportation and deducted. Then we can think about the travel costs, and remember that for travel, we're typically thinking about an overnight stay. So we're thinking about something that's business related where we have to leave somewhere to the extent that there is an overnight stay. That could include things of travel costs, the cost of travel, plane, train, boat, however we get there, the meals related to the travel, lodging related to travel, and other incidental expenses related to that travel expense. There are limitations to travel deductions if the trip is for both personal and business reasons. So clearly, if we have both personal and business reasons, we're going to have to kind of prorate that or look at some limitations in order to break out and apply out the travel versus for business and personal reasons. When considering meals, business meals deductions are limited to 50%. Must be directly related with business, must be directly related with the business, can no longer deduct business entertainment. So that's going to be a change that we have. So a lot of us, we tend to say meals and entertainment. The entertainment has been removed. We cannot deduct the entertainment. We can, in some cases, deduct the meals, but have a similar limitation. We have the standard mile per diem rate per day, and that is currently at $51. For more accounting information and accounting courses, visit our website at accountinginstruction.info.